Indonesia on the red side. Once again, both teams refuse point currently for both of our no traders. Ono was switched out for a Beatrix. There's just so many ways to get value out of the Beatrix. The raw burst damage, there's not a lot of sustain from the side of Onic Indonesia, and even then, most of them are running with the flickers anyways.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because Beatrix just doesn't seem to be popping up much, you know, in general, especially back in the professional leagues and the qualifiers leading all up here on the road to MSC. It just didn't seem to be one of those picks that people like to go for. The Bruno, though, on the other hand, I guess in a way, too, it kind of gives you a little bit of a, oh, hold on, already? Gonna jump in with Title Strike. Keyboy, though, is there to keep things safe. So you go ahead and just disengage from that. But still, I think the Bruno is just more of the lines of, you know, you get a little bit of damage earlier on with the 2 items, still maybe the 3 that he needs. But I think, yeah, you need that later on, that Malefic gun that's going to be crucial in comparison to the Granger specifically, who has so much more range.
Yeah, I mean, they want their late game scaling, and I think that's the most important thing for them. With the crit build, it's just, oh, the damage is through the roof. And they got to be careful, right? Because again, all these rotations are being read very well from both sides. They know they're going to be on the bottom side of the map. They want to unlock this Hilda. But even so, Wadu, it's a pretty dead lane for the most part. Lupti isn't able to manipulate the waves without the help of his team. And that's why Keyboy is here, right? If anything gets a little fishy, he can kind of neutralize the effect.
Yeah, that's what the Badang does so well. Goes ahead and messes with some of the tempo, and that's what Boxy really wants to do earlier on this Kalea. But the first turtle of the game is going to be up, so it's CFU getting in position. We see this time and time again, especially with the Fredrin. But they'll go ahead and check things out with the Mountain Shocker, and they're just forced off. They just walk on up, force CFU back, and Kyrie will go get the turtle, but still Wadu now on the backside looking for the first blood. They take a ton of damage. Double flickers on out here from CFU. Still Kyrie, one shot won't land it on Opie.
Okay, first bloods haven't been achieved, but I don't know if anybody realized that, but Sans did a very interesting move, and I think it messed with the minds of CFU, which is why they gave up so much space. And by the time they realized where Sans actually was, they couldn't take back the territory anymore. Looking at the emblem build so far, everything seems to be up to snuff, nothing too out of the ordinary. We do have common emblems being built up by Zing, not taking marksman emblems and not even taking assassin emblems of his own. He's not looking to try and win the lane. He's trying to not only survive, but make sure that he has enough mana to stay relevant. The Master Assassin's always going to be a good time, especially if we see Severo make a mistake. In terms of everything else, the only thing is lethal ignition coming in from Sans. He is not going for impure rage. He wants to hurt.
Yeah, I guess you want to do that, especially with Aloy Yi, who, you know, dealt with some of the adjustments that she's gone through, but it was well deserved. You know, Louis Yi and the chip for a while were on the top of some of the decisions, especially when it came to the macro play. But Wadu, not sure if he's going to be able to survive this. Mount Shocker going to be used too. That's a whole lot of damage to go on through as Kyrie will pick up the first blood.
Really good punish here. Really good punish from the side of Onic Indonesia. I mean, Lupti understood that Wadu isn't looking to try and shove out this wave super fast. And now that he's got that assist, he's got the lead, and more importantly, he's got the tempo, he can now start influencing the side lanes and rotating off first. Now notice, we do see that Boxy is coming down to try and push him out of the way, allowing Wadu to walk back into the lane safely, but he...
Oh, Zing going for the fight. No! He hit the minion! He flickered into the bush, but he hit the minion! Oh, that feels bad.
Oh, that hurts so much. And Severo, the best part, Severo didn't have any energy at all. He didn't have any energy to Rhapsody. He didn't have any energy to throw out another Death Sonata. He just was auto-attacking until the very end.
All right, now, second turtle of the game, going to go up. Onic getting pushed out of this one. Tsunami Slam to bring him into the turtle pit. They're going to go for the fight. Vengeance already going to be bought too, but Sans will be able to pick up Wadu. A double for Sans already, forcing him off. And Kyrie gets the turtle on top of it all. So Onic will come out swinging for that objective.
And now the snowball starts to begin. The smaller mistakes coming in from CFU game and getting punished hard by Onic Indonesia as they crack open the most valuable structure in the game, mid-tier 1. And with that, We're starting to see what CFU did to Onic ID in game number 2, but on the opposite side, Onic has the timings, they got the tempo, and Lutpi is in a phenomenal position right now.
He's flowing right now, man. I mean, a lot of the you said this because that's typical too. When the CC gets a lead, even if it's a, let's say you're getting assists, but you have that lane advantage, even built up. I think War Axe was the first item that Lutpi went with. You kind of give yourself that positioning, especially around the objectives. I can just jump on in, use my current call, my vengeance, do what I need to do, and then the team will go ahead and clean up after that. And so Lutpi's in a really good position to go ahead and provide that for the team. Meanwhile, too, if he's the target that gets Tsunami slammed, it's not that big of a deal for Onic.
Yeah, and as long as he has that vengeance, right, anybody with like quote-unquote burst damage or consistent damage really starts to suffer.
Oh, Boxy gonna go in once again. Purify's gonna be used though. Sans is okay, but saying, look at this. This is the battle of the range that Onic has right now. Oh, Severo so close to getting another one with the Destinata. Keyboy now has the flicker. Oh, he won't be able to find Sing. We're going to force them off on the tier 2. Kyrie will go on in. Sans is there now as well. Nope, he has to go back to base, but Severo will pick up Detective. 2 kills for Onic.
Ooh, boy, this game is getting real spicy, and Onic Indonesia are making sure that they are running away with this. A 4.6K lead 6 minutes into the game, and they want to take a tier 2 alongside of it. If they do get it, they will turn this into a 5K lead.
Oh, Lutpi wants that kill on Zing, but he pops the vengeance. Won't be enough, though. And they go ahead and get on out with the diversion. The turret, tier 2, still going to be able to stand, though, with about a little bit of health left, but this next turtle is Onyx for the taking. That's going to be 3 for 3.
This is so good. I mean, Sans, despite most mid laners not wanting to play Loyi because of the new changes to that diversion, that it reveals the starting position but doesn't show your ending position, it gives too much info. So now he's using it as a mind game, if not a disengage tool. So what if you can see us? As long as the channel completes, my whole team can get on out of there. And the 2 other times that we've seen him use it, he does it in front of his opponents to keep them on their toes, to force them to double check the bushes that they had already cleared up earlier just in case.
That's why it's the perfect name for an ultimate, man. It's literally a diversion, you know, and when Loyi is on play, you really have to stay on your toes. You really have to be able to lock in and, you know how to play against this. So right now, Sans will take a shot. Also the mid lane, Wadu in trouble. Kyrie's going to be able to pick up a kill in the jungle. Still going to be fighting. Severo gets enough movement, and he will survive anyway. So again, Onic will be able to find 2 against CFU.
And that is an econ diff. That is a huge econ diff. 5K now turning into a 6K lead. Honestly, if Onic didn't have that 5K, Boxy probably would have been able to pick up Severo anyways. Wadu probably would have still died regardless, but even so, it's a very worth it trade for EXP and as well as gold. In this case though, Onic currently 6 kills up on CFU Gaming, and they're now just waiting for the neutral objective. They're walking into enemy territory to deny as much econ as possible while still making sure that Kyrie has a very efficient path. 3-level lead, might I add, against Detective.
It's the same thing that I was saying, you know, that we mentioned from the previous game.
Oh.
And even with that, diversion, they're going to go in for it. They be able to find 2. Boxy's gone, and Wadu to follow. Onic comes through with the diversion, and Zing has nowhere to go. He's going to just get run down. He's running for the turret. Maybe I can get a little extra gold before I go down as he falls as well. Onic in control, and they'll take the Lord.
Yep, and even Kyrie committing his retribution, knowing that once he dies, then he has nothing to worry about. There's no way that Detective is going to walk up and try and steal this from me. Not with my entire team covering the entire map, making sure that this filter net doesn't allow CFU Gaming to take space.
Oh, the next target here is see if they can get some more resources before this push in with that Lord. Right now, they're staring down for CFU an 8,000 gold deficit to work against, and even with, you know, Keyboy's got the flicker available. If they want to force a fight in the base, they will. Boxy taking a couple too many shots. Lutpi will go in to clean up after the Destinatas all land from Severo. But now looking for more, still with a numbers advantage. Onic ready to possibly push into this base fully here as Kyrie walks in with the Lord.
Yep, Onic ID are clearly, they are in the driver's seat. They have momentum on their side. No way.
Oh, whoa, whoa, Keyboy jumps on into the base. He gets taken out, but they're gonna force the fight anyway. Lord's still gonna be up, and Zing is gone. Severo's unleashed. Still trying to hold on. Tsunami Slam to be able to find Loopy. Loopy will fall. The base could be locked on, but Wadu's gonna be the next target. Severo still shooting off in the backside, looking for Detective. They'll clean out the lanes.
Oh my God.
But they still have minion waves pushing on in. And that's going to be it. Detective jumps on in. Severo will lock on, and Onic will take the series 2-1.
Hey, a little disrespectful coming here from Onic at the very end. If they wanted to finish it, they could have, but instead they're like, no. We're buffing up the KDs real quick. We got to show CFU. You may be our scrim partners, but we will not take this down while we're standing up.
What was a dream start for Onic, for CFU in this series, turned into a nightmare as Onic slowly readjusted, recalibrated from the drafts to the execution to showing CFU, we have you red. Yes, don't fix what's not broken, but you have to change what's already been read by your opponent.
I think it's all about tempo, right? There's such a big tempo difference between the two. I mean, Zing, this could have been his key moment right here. Severo literally had nothing left. He had no energy. He got 3 auto attacks because of the fact that, oh, I hit a minion, I flickered into the bush, I still can't see you. And by the time I slide tackle in, it's too late.
Yeah, you know, that's happened to me before, so I completely understand.
It happens to the best of us.
I'm joking. But yeah, nonetheless, I just think, you know, Renmar really mentioned it. It was the adjustments that we saw Onic made from not just the draft, because they were on red side all 3 games, but also just the way that they played around the map. You know, they even utilized this time around a Louis who's not picked up too much, but they played the macro really well here.
Yeah, also the difference in the EXP lane picks. You have a Hilda who has to literally run to the back line, find a good access point, while Lutfi, we were discussing this backstage, his job is so simple. Throws out the curtain call and yo-yo blitz, and that is it. The highlights will play out, but in just a moment, we're actually going to be hearing from Eterna, who is with Severo on the stage.
Thank you, casters. It's Eterna here with Severo. Congratulations on that match. Okay, Severo, this was your first official Moonton international tournament. Now, how were you feeling? Did you feel pressure? Was there anything that was going on? Any jitters?
Buat Severo tentunya ini merupakan MSC pertama kamu ya. Jadi gimana perasaannya? Apakah ada sedikit gugup atau nervous mungkin?
Dikit dong. Ya mungkin karena masih awal-awal ya sih, perlu penyesuaian dong.
I think maybe a little bit because as you said, this is my first time. But hopefully in the upcoming match, I will be much better.
Okay. I mean, you did really well, right? That laning phase with Zing as well, it was amazing. So, now, the thing is, we've been hearing that you guys were scrim partners. Is this true? Are you guys scrim partners?
Sebelum MSC lumayan sering.
Before MSC, yeah. Quite a lot.
Are the results that we're seeing similar to the scrim results? Is that something that we can, know?
Untuk hasil scrimnya itu apakah mirip dengan yang terjadi sekarang atau mungkin mau rahasiakan juga nggak masalah.
Rahasia.
Okay.
It's a secret.
Okay.
We don't want anyone to know.
Okay. It's a